morning and welcome to Mumineen News. I'm Rahma Asina. This summer was one for the books due to the pandemic. However, Mumineen youth always show up and show out during times of need. Here's what this group of friends did for our community on Arafah Day.
God-fearing women. GFW.
GFW is a group of friends consisting of Firdaus Adesina, Mumineen Ademi, Fatima Abdulwahab, and Sophia Degbindin. They say that their friendship was built on reminding each other of God. So what's going on here today?
So today we're actually having our second iftar drive-through. We have a lot of food. We have jollof rice, fried rice, and pasta. I'm currently doing a dodo. This is a new thing that we just added. And what we're gonna do is give out the food at 6:30 p.m. At Measure and Sardine. We're gonna drive through and we're gonna get everybody a place to eat for iftar.
All the food you see here were home cooked, dished, and individually packaged by people who decided to volunteer their time for the iftar.
So right now we're dishing the food. We're starting off with pasta, hot and ready, as you can see.
Right now we're dishing the salad that's gonna go along with the fried rice and the jollof rice.
We're just making preparations and just getting everything together.
I am making shrimp Alfredo.
In addition to that, some creative volunteers made signs in order to direct traffic. So we're gonna need like several ones that say menu, and then like several arrows, and that's it basically. But it's gonna be like free food, and then like a sign that says free food. You know how we had it last time? And more volunteers came out to help with the distribution of the food to all the families that showed up.
I decided to volunteer because it brings me joy whenever I am doing something that doesn't, I don't require anything back, and it really makes me feel good inside, and it also makes me know that I'm actually doing something good to give back to my community.
Thank you so much to everyone who donated. We really appreciate it. May Allah continue to enrich your pockets, and may Allah grant you the reward of feeding a fasting Muslim.
We are nearing the month of September, and as we all know, 2020 is election year, meaning that we will have the opportunity to vote for who will represent our country for the next 4 years. But how well do we really know our candidates? Here's our correspondent Hanif Lawal with the breakdown.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hanif Lawal, and today I'm going to be talking about politics, specifically the 2020 elections. And I'll be discussing the Democratic Party and the Republican Party and seeing the merits and cons to their nominees. Let's look at Joe Biden first. He has a lot of pros. For example, he's very experienced. He worked as vice president under Obama. He went into politics to try and help people. And not only that, he seems to have a lot of goodwill from both Republicans and Democrats. However, there's some negatives to Joe Biden. For example, he voted against a bill that would desegregate children in the education sector. For this reason, he was called racist by his vice president Kamala Harris during the debates. Not only that, but he also made some recent comments that insinuated that black people as a whole don't have different political opinions. Let's look at Kamala Harris. She has some pros. For example, she was a US Senator since 2017. She was Attorney General, which means she actually knows some places that she could use to actually help make criminal justice better. She's advocated to remove mandatory minimums. And she's the first black woman to ever be in a vice presidential position in a major party like the Democratic Party. As Attorney General, Kamala Harris fought for the rights of women and children, and continues to do so today, fighting against the Trump administration for separating children from their mothers. However, there are some cons to Kamala Harris. For example, as Attorney General, she stopped evidence from being admitted that could have freed an innocent man from death row. Not only that, but she went after the mothers of truant children, and not only that, but she also had lab technicians that systematically mishandled evidence and had a lot of false convictions in California. On the other hand, we have Donald Trump, who was the presidential nominee for the Republican Party. Donald Trump has done a lot of things that hurt the black community, but let's focus on the positive things that he's done. He signed in the First Step Act, and this act basically shortened mandatory minimums, decreased some of the effects of 3 strikes and you're outlaws, and actually did some really good things for criminal justice reform. On the con side, however, when Black Lives Matter protesters went to the streets to protest the massacres of George Floyd, Philando Castile, and many others, he called them thugs for doing the exact same things that we praise our founding fathers for doing in the textbooks. He also called white nationalists that did protests like that in Charlottesville fine people. I'll let you decide who you want to vote for, but I'll tell you this. What do you want the next 4 years of America to be like? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Hanif. And over the course of the last few months, we have been encouraging you all to support small Black-owned businesses. And we are fortunate enough to have access to incredible talent in our own communities. But this one might blow you away.
The name of our business is CouOne Innovation. We primarily do floors, but lately we branch into artwork as well. We do metallic flooring and we do epoxy flooring. Actually, I started as an engineer in Nigeria, as a petroleum engineer, so I'm kind of used to chemicals. I like chemicals. Unfortunately, in 2017, I rented this house to a tenant, and the tenant broke this house apart. Things were very expensive at that time. Cost alright. The quotes I was getting from Andy guys were like 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Was just crazy. So I had to learn to fix things myself. Behind me you see a metallic countertop. That's what we're working on right now. It's a combination of basic epoxy and do metallic floor as well, metallic painting as well. So if you want to change your countertop, make it look pretty, customize it to make the countertop match the color of your house or the color of your walls, we can do that. We said we have two main business components. So this is the flooring component, the artistic part we're going to show you.
This one took a long time to make. You had to get all the unique details in the painting. This is the land, this is the sea, this is the sky, the lightning rod. And this one is just a flowery design.
In all, it should take nothing less than 3 days. So that's why we do on weekends, and we can only do the capacity we have right now. It's almost like a job per weekend, but we hope to increase that capacity.
The way you can buy, or you can try and buy any of these paintings, is to contact my dad on his Facebook page. It's CouOne Media, or you can contact him on WhatsApp or Instagram. CouOne, his number is 404-934-3843. And yes, that's everything you need to know.
MashaAllah, that was amazing. Again, if you guys have any further questions or inquiries, make sure to reach out to Brother Shakir and he will accommodate you. Moving on August 15th, the first ever youth convention was held, and Abdurrahman and Abdullah have more information for you on that.
Thank you very much, Rahma Adeshina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. My name is Abdullah Olakukan.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdurrahman Adoumi. 2 weeks ago, on August 15th, was the first annual youth convention.
Due to unprecedented circumstances, the convention was done virtually.
Overall, the program was a mega hit with a wide variety of programs. I had the opportunity to sit down with the chairman of the youth convention, Hassan Lawal.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hassan Lawal. I was the leader and the chairman of the youth convention. It was everything I wanted to. It was everything that I wanted it to be. We got to showcase a lot of the youth doing their things in front of the whole entire communities of each mosque, and it made me feel good to see the kids that basically grew up under me being leaders now. So it was that's what the main thing that I was looking at for the convention. I would say the people originally, it seemed like it was just going to be me putting things together, but a lot of people showed up to help and surprised me a lot. So I would have to say the people who helped me put on the event. Yeah, why not? Why not? I love to help the youth, so of course I would do it.
All right, Jazakallah khairan, Hazan. Inshallah, we expect big things from the youth convention next year.
Inshallah.
Thank you for coming out and answering my questions.
No problem.
The convention featured a host of great panelists that empowered the youth with the knowledge of how to keep your Islam in the digital age. One of our amazing panelists was Jamila Isaac Thomas, who is an All-American gold medalist wrestler. I had the opportunity to sit down with her and talk to her about the convention.
I am Sister Jamila, the Jamila Isaac Thomas. Yeah, I had a beautiful opportunity. I was invited out to speak as a panelist for the youth convention in regards to sports. And so I'm a women's wrestler. And just with that sport in itself being very unique and not as widely known, especially in our community, I was invited to kind of speak on it, speak on self-defense, and speak on the lessons that I learned and how I can help others. Sure. I am a 7-time All-American. For college, I world medalist. There you go. Pan Am's world medalist, junior world medalist, and then of course the 2019 national champion for NAIA. In high school, I was all district, all regional, and 3rd at state. And so now I coach at one of the local clubs in the area. It was great. It was great. It actually came as a referral. My mom called me. She was like, hey, I have sisters hitting me up and they wanted to chat with you. They want you to join and be on the panel and give her a call. So I reached out and Sister Abida did a great job of connecting with me and being patient with me. And I was able to kind of come in like that. I think Sister Fatima and Sister Abida were the two connectors that brought me here.
Thank you, Sister Jamila, for sitting down with us. Next year, we hope to see more of the youth come out for the youth convention. Now back to you, Rahma.
Thank you so much. And lastly, Mumineen's TTH program will be continuing for the fall semester. I know we're all looking for an alternative due to the pandemic, and Mumineen has provided it for you. If you have any question or is interested, please make sure to contact the number on the flyer and they will accommodate you. That's it for today on Mumineen News. If you have any newsworthy content or events that you would like to be featured on Mumineen News, make sure to reach out to the email on your screen. See you next time.